Good evening, viewers. My name is Estelle from PV News, and today we have the distinct honor of speaking with a truly remarkable individual who has become a symbol of hope and resilience for millions in Uganda and beyond. Our guest is none other than Robert Ssentamu, widely known for his stage name Bobi Wine. Bobi Wine's journey began in the humble surroundings of Kamwaka, a slum in Kampala, where he was born and raised. Despite facing numerous challenges, he showed an early passion for the arts and pursued his dream with relentless determination. He rose to fame as a musician, using his powerful lyrics to address social issues and inspire a generation. His music, a blend of reggae, dancehall and Afrobeats, resonates deeply with the masses, earning him widespread acclaim and several prestigious awards. However, Bobi Wine's ambition extends beyond the music industry. In 2017, he made a bold leap into the political arena, a parliamentary seat in the by-election. This marked the beginning of a transformation from a beloved artist to a formidable political force. As the leader of the National Unity Platform, he emerged as a vocal critic for the President Yoweri Museveni's long-standing government, advocating tirelessly for democracy, human rights and social justice. Bobi Wine's courage and dedication have not gone unnoticed. He has faced numerous arrests, harassments and life-threatening situations, yet he remains undeterred in his mission to bring about positive change. In the 2021 presidential election, he stood as a main position candidate, capturing the hearts of millions of Ugandans and drawing international attention to the struggle for a fair and free election in Uganda. His story is one of resilience, passion, and an unwavering commitment to the betterment of his country. Today, we are privileged to delve deeper into the life and vision of an extraordinary leader. Please join me in welcoming Bobi Wine.
So yesterday I was in the people conference and we had notable talks. First was people with advocacy. So one of the things that we stood up on when he said that how people define it cannot help us in this how struggle can take stops on vision. What exactly do you mean by that?
I meant exactly what I said. I meant that South Africa should be helpful because by helping us overcome dictatorship back home, we are standing by the values of Mandela and Walter Sisulu, the values that they stood with during the struggle, because when South Africa was fighting against apartheid, we helped them, we stood with them, we trained soldiers for them, we fed them, and it's only moral to return the same favor to a brother when they're being oppressed. More than 30 years later, we are facing the same. We are facing a brutal dictator, and instead South Africa is welcoming and embracing the dictator, something that is morally wrong, something that we're asking South Africa to stop doing.
So I think from the youth side, there is an increasing urge for us to unify, and we are being very inspired by this journey that we are on. And so, is there anything very practical that you tell that has to do as the youth as a whole? Any maybe practical song or advice that you do? How do we aid your fight for democracy?
Thank you. You first talked about Africa uniting. Africa uniting is not uniting physically. People here are moving to some other place or anything. No, it's uniting in values and aspirations to make life better for the Africans in Africa. Uniting in values, that means empowering each other in survival, in education, but most importantly, in freedom. We were told by Kwame Nkrumah that Africa cannot be free unless all of Africa is free. Some places of Africa are free and others are not free. And most places in Africa that are not free, they are not free because the free parts of Africa are not only not helping, but they are actually enabling the oppression back then. So we should have common values. If you're standing for democracy, we should stand for democracy as a whole. We should stand for the rule of law as a whole, respect for human rights as a whole. So it's the best way that we can come together. Maybe we also talked about how young people can help in this. First is not sitting back, getting involved in the struggle for freedom for all of Africa. Whenever there's a voice crying for freedom, elevate it. Whenever there's a lobby for equal rights, enable it, help it, amplify the voices that are existing. Yeah.
Um, Another thing that you say that stood out was Uganda, be open, be knowledgeable, make sure you are following up
Oh, yeah, yeah. You see, our generation is a young generation. It means two things. It means a big advantage or a big disadvantage, a big service or a big disservice. Us being a young generation, just to note, Uganda is the second youngest country in the world. So we are asking them to be knowledgeable. You notice that our generation, being the youngest, has been the most misled, where it has been more important for them to follow up on Arsenal and Manchester United than what is their parliament doing. So I want to encourage them and other youth in Africa to follow up, to be aware of what is going on so that they can effectively contribute. They are the biggest factor. But things are being decided for them in their absence of mind. So when they have presence of mind, they'll be able to get involved. And when they choose to get involved, they will effectively change things because they are the majority. So be aware, be mentally present.
let's say. So is that what you mean when you say you make people understand that they need to be the Bobi Wine to be free?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They should get involved. They should not leave. This is not a Bobi Wine thing. It's a we thing, and we includes you. Yeah.
That is very inspirational. That's 100%
Thank you.
very inspirational. I think also we gave some questions. You've got a lot of fans here in South Africa as well. So they do some questions that they like to ask you. Maybe you can share with us your early memories from those.
All right.
What shaped you? What inspired you? What influenced you?
It's a long story. I grew up with my mother. Because when I was growing up, my father was in prison because of politics. Um, so I was in many ways raised by my mother in the ghettos of Kamocha, and the ghetto shaped me. I did all the things that young people with single mothers do, all the naughty things. I was able to grow through it, and I'm very thankful to God. I got into music because it was the only platform that could raise my plight and the plight of those that look like me. I was not the most talented in my home. I come from a home of artists. My big brother Eddie Awe and my young brothers, including Nicky Wine, Banjo, and Daxi Vibes and Irene Kaimba, they're all star artists, they're singers. So I was born to a music family. But my kind of music was the rebellious kind of music, because I wanted to use my music to speak out. And that is what I've done all through my career. Yeah.
So what motivated you to transition from a successful musician or music career into politics and activity?
Pain. Yeah. Pain of what was being done. And then the realization that maybe if I use my music and even go beyond using my music and step forward, I could, make a difference. If I don't change things, at least I will inspire people that will change things. Yeah.
And what has been some significant challenges that you face since becoming a politician? Are you overcoming?
um, the most significant challenge, of course, is a threat to my life. Everything else has followed that. Crackdown on business, crackdown on friends, torture, killing of many of my friends. Others are missing now, others are still in prison. So there's been a plethora of challenges. How do you overcome them? By not giving up, by understanding that we must either be free or die trying to be free. That's a covenant we made with ourselves, and we intend to keep it. Yeah.
Yesterday you mentioned that the NUP is non-political party. That is what it is.
NUP is a political party, but we are not a political party. No, so many political parties have been formed, others banned, even ours can be banned. But that freedom cannot be banned from our hearts. We cannot be banned as citizens. So we are people power. We are the people power movement. We started this political movement to cause freedom, and it carries everybody, people from different political parties and religions. But when I was running for president, when I was running for president, together with my friends, saw that we needed a formal platform, a registered political party, and therefore the NUP. But we are not limited to NUP, we are much larger than that. Yeah.
So what is the true value objective of
We reduce them in 5 letters that read RIPS. That is discipline, integrity, patriotism, and service. Discipline, reliability, integrity, patriotism, and service.
and what is your vision for Uganda? What key change will be on this future of the country?
I envision a free country, a free, prosperous country where all citizens are equal before and under the law, where those who work hard are sure to succeed, where man and woman are equal, where boys and girls and men and women have equal opportunity regardless of their tribe or gender. That country whose natural resources will be used to better the lives of the people. Our key changes will be in education and health and the economy. We want to improve our healthcare system, improve our education system, so we can have free medical insurance and free education because we can afford it. And then an inclusive economic setting. Yeah.
So you have a strong following, especially amongst the youth. How do you plan on harnessing that energy and passion to bring about meaningful change?
We are doing that already. We are aware that our movement and our package is largely a youthful one, and we hope to harness that. But one other thing we are tapping into is the power, numbers, and capabilities of the females, of the women in Uganda. For so long they've been under maximized, underutilized, and we hope to give enough opportunity to women to take the mantle and lead us.
Let's go to the 2020 reflecting on your experience in the 2021 elections. What were the most significant lessons that
I learned that as the people of Uganda, as the people of Africa, we are on our own. We cannot rely on politicians. we are on our own. Secondly, I learned that the international community, in many ways, they are hypocritical. They see what is wrong and they just work with wrong guys, knowing them, because they saw what happened in the 2021 election. But to see that they still went ahead to fund the dictatorship, that meant that they don't care about the human rights in Africa. They just care about diplomacy, not democracy. But I also learned that for us to get them to respond, we must pressure them and put the truth in their face constantly. That's the only thing that will touch their sense of shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that yesterday. Apartheid was exposed, like it was exposed. That's really the reason. In the election, there were numerous reports of harassment, crowd singing. Based on that, how do you view the state of political integrity in Uganda? What steps are needed to ensure peace?
There's no integrity at all. There's no electoral integrity at all in Uganda, and it can only be achieved through international pressure. The longer the international community sponsors it, the longer it will happen. But if the international community puts conditions to aid, conditions like human rights, respect for democracy and the rule of law, that would be the first major effective step.
Let's take into personal reflection and planning for office, standing up for the government. That's personal.
Yeah.
How do you balance your political position?
There's no personal life and there's no political life for me. Everything is one and the same. We work politics. The food we eat is politics. Whether or not I spend the night in my house and not in prison is politics. Ours is not a political fight. Ours is a mission to freedom. It's a fight for freedom, for basic human rights, for the right to be human, for the right to be men, for the right to work and support our families. Because as we speak right now, my work is banned. I am a musician, but I'm banned from performing in my own country. So ours is not just a political contestation. Ours is a fight between the oppressors and oppressed. We are fighting modern day slavery in our own home. Yeah. I cannot say there are some defined steps per se. I'll just say I'm not going to give up. Not going to give up enlightening our people, charging them to take active duty and get involved in this that we are doing, and also pressure the international community to stop being hypocrites. That's what we're doing.
And what message do you have to people
Don't give up. Don't give up. That's a message I can give to fellow Ugandans. Not only in Uganda, but all over the world. But again, I won't talk to Ugandans alone. I won't talk to Africans and all oppressed people all over the world. You cannot stay oppressed forever. Eventually, you will be free. But there are no miracles. So everything has to be planned and executed. God can only do for you what He can do through you. My mother used to say that. Yeah. Sure. Thank you. What He can do through you. All right.
And how do you see Uganda's political landscape influencing broader insecurity region? And what role do you think region has in that context?
For now, the South African community is being, was captured, I must say, and it is largely looked at as I look at it largely as a club of presidents, that does not care what their people want or aspire for, but they're only looking out for each other's hold and power. It must change. When the new generation takes over, we will have to connect our people, the Kenyans, Ugandans, Tanzanians, all East Africans, Rwandese and Congolese, to ensure that they, as populations, are connected and integrated by values. Yeah.
And what role do you think the international community should play in supporting the democratic movement in Uganda? And
The international community can only help by stopping sponsoring death, by stopping covering them up, by stopping allowing them to loot our countries and then invest in their countries. I'm very glad that some of the corrupt people in Uganda, like the Speaker of Parliament, are getting sanctioned and their properties confiscated. We want to see the same for all African dictators. Yeah.
okay, and with that being said, what advice would you give to a Bobi Wine, someone else, that's inspired by your journey, that's trying to make a difference in their community?
I just tell them that there's no secret to becoming great. Just get up and wear your confidence, because everything is confidence, everything is faith, and faith is everything, confidence is everything, and self-belief is everything. Yeah.
With that being said, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
You really go a long way with a lot of people and want to hear more about you. And I surely hope that what we're doing, we can bring more eyes on you, get you more exposure, and also teach others that look, you don't have to lay down, you can stand up.
You can stand up. Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. God bless.
Thank you.
Sure.